Hey, good morning. Today's video is why do people do it yourself? And today's video is going to explain that. I've got videos that are do-it-yourself videos, and I get comments telling me I should hire a professional. I'm not licensed. Hire a professional, licensed professional. Okay, I'm all for that if you could get a professional end result. So that being the case, I needed a garage door opener installed. They run about $200, $250. I got a quote to put this in for $465. I figured, hey, that's great. None of my time and labor. They'll have it done in an hour, hour and a half. It'll be a professional installation when it's all done. Wrong. And here's why people go the do-it-yourself route, because they're tired of paying for stuff that they've done a better job doing it themselves. I'm just going to go over this with you to let you and this is minor. This is a garage door opener. This isn't plumbing, this isn't electrical, this isn't air conditioning. But this is just a representation of professionals not doing a professional job. These brackets originally were straight down. They bent these so hard that it crushed the drywall on my ceiling. So after they left and everything worked when they left, I was opening and closing the door, and I noticed that every time this door would go up and down, this plate would move. And the reason is that since they put so much force on these brackets to bend them, they crushed my drywall. And these two bolts were loose. I tightened the two bolts, but they've bowed everything. I'm going to have to put another two bolts in here just to be sure that this isn't going to come off the ceiling. All this wiring was all just hanging in front of this lamp. So I had to take this cover off to put the light bulb in there. So I push the wires out of the way, I open up the cover, I put the light bulb in. The four wires that plug into sockets in here, they had a ½ inch of bare wire sticking out of the back of each one. The antenna was smashed in between the cover, it didn't come out the hole, and these wires didn't go through the hole that are in the top either. So once I pushed all this wiring out of the way, and I put a light bulb in there, I put it all back together, the wall control quit working. That red light was out and the buttons wouldn't work. So I was like, what'd I do? All I did was push on the wires to move them out of the way of that light bulb cover. Well, lo and behold, I find these nicked wires right at the ceiling. They must have nicked those pulling down the old brackets. Those nicked wires were right here, but they were on the back side where I couldn't see them. So pushing the wires out of the way for this must have finished busting them off, because this did work while they were here. But after I moved these wires, no dice for that wall control. It was dead. So up into the attic I go to splice those. I have to take the sheeting off the attic floor because I've got wood flooring up in the attic. So I had to pull the wires into the attic to splice them because I couldn't splice them here, too short. So I spent an hour and a half up there in the attic splicing wires and putting that attic back together so I could do this installation. I come out into the garage this morning to open the door, and now the wall plate's loose on the wall. I'm trying to think, what the hell? I got a machine screw in the bottom hole, and I got this tiny screw in the top hole. Now there's a plate here. All right, so now I've taken this apart. I do have the proper electrical box in the wall, and there's been a regular wall plate there for 20 years. This is the job they did for me yesterday. Oh look, let's put a sheet metal screw in a machine thread, and we'll put a machine thread in a machine thread. Yeah, that is superbly professional. This is why people DIY it. This is ridiculous, and I paid $500 for this. Should kick myself in my own ass for this one. I added 2 machine screws just like it's supposed to have in there, and that baby's on rock solid now. Why a professional couldn't do that from the start is beyond me. I added 2 more lag bolts to the stud, sucked this up against the wall, because these screws they tighten down a little bit every time you try to tighten them, so I'm going to stop with those. So these got the beef on them now, and these are tight, and it sucked that bracket down flat. When I cleaned the garage up, so it had a nice work area for putting in the sensors. And that was nice of me. But you know what they left me? They left me all these screws from the hardware from the old sensors just lying on my garage floor. I'd have been super pissed if my new car picked up one of these screws in my brand new tires. I tried paying for a professional and it didn't pay off. I've put 3 hours into this garage door opener rework where I probably could have done it in 2 hours by myself and saved myself $250. The garage door company I hired to do this job did say they would send technicians out to re-inspect the entire job. I don't need that. They had their opportunity to do it right the first time and they didn't. I'm not giving them a second chance. The garage door opener, it's warranted for whatever the warranty is from Genie. I'm not going to have those guys come out here and do this again. They should have done it right the first time. You know, for all you people that are the do-it-yourself people, I totally understand why you do it. But the professionals need to understand the reason why people are the do-it-yourself people. I paid $500, $465 for this installation, and it was less than professional. And the reason why I was going to pay a professional is it would take zero of my labor and $500. Well, I ended up dishing out $500 plus 3 hours of my own labor, and that's not what I paid for. So for you professionals out there that complain about the do-it-yourself people, the professionals have to step up and do a good job. When somebody pays for a professional installation, they expect it. And when they don't get that, I don't blame them. I'll do something myself before I'll pay somebody, because I'm tired of paying people to do a shittier job than I could have done myself. So, you know, I'm off my soapbox now. So you guys, thanks for watching and sticking with me through this video. Take care.